Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Hey, it's Super Bowl Sunday. That's what they say. That's what they say. J Dog FBA, hello. That what they say. Brother Torian Rain, hello, hello. Hey, you still should put out a 6 o'clock video. After Super Bowl. All right, family. We gonna have the hell. There you go. Yeah, game doesn't start from about 5.5 hours. So, you know, let's have a little bit of fun. I'm not gonna be on here for 5.5 hours. So we'll get that out the way. But yeah, let's have some fun. We gotta talk, family. This is what we talking about today. I hope both these teams lose. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a Giants fan. I hope they both lose. I hope they both tie and win the Super Bowl together. I could care less. But yeah, we gotta talk about this Proud Family deal. And this over here on the right hand side, we got to talk, fam, because what y'all FBA call it, the tethers. Oh, they went nuts on Twitter this past week partly because of what the Proud Family said, but also their favorite white people jumped up in there, got upset at what the Proud Family did, and then decided to chime in. Oh, they were out there, and some of them even exposed themselves. Got people asking, "Where's your family from?" Yeah, we're gonna have to have a conversation today, family. We're gonna have to have a conversation, but let's begin. Let's begin. If you are in the building and you're watching the game, who do you think is gonna win? Again, I could care less, but I just want to see what y'all think. Who's gonna win the game? Let me pull up this Proud Family thing because I gotta understand why they got so upset. But it's like I told Black Light Revelations today. Somebody didn't get their history told correctly. Okay, we got it. I don't know why they put this music in there, but you know, it is what it is. So J Dog said the Eagles. F them. I'm a Giants fan. They can go to hell, and they can take their cheesesteak and feel like this.
They want to be everywhere.
Why is y'all hot dog so long? Pause. Now, have you ever heard of Skip?
Yeah.
Yeah, pause. Fuck him. I hope Jalen Hurts. I hope he loses. And it's not because he's black. It's because he's an Eagle. I hope they lose. I hope Patrick Mahomes loses. Because I don't really respect the Chiefs. So that's how I feel about that. Here we go. Let's pull this up. Let's begin with the Proud Family. Now, admittedly, I ain't watching this show. I like the first one a little bit, but this new one, nah, I ain't with it. So I said, you know what? I ain't even gonna watch it. I'm not even gonna talk about it. But apparently, they pissed off so many white folk. Boy, white folk got any feelings over this. Like I don't even get it. All they doing is talking about history. But you know, with the advent of reparations trending every other day, twice on Sunday, 4 times on the holiday, they get upset. So this might have been the breaking point for them. They said, you know what, I'm gonna go telling them niggers what we think about this. Disney's so woke. All right. Let's see how woke they got. Fair use.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country. Tilled this land from sea to sea to sea. First there was rice, tobacco, sugar cane. Then Whitney did his thing and cotton became king. And we were its soldiers, 4 million strong, fighting for America's freedoms, even though we remained America's slaves. Built this country.
Oh, look at white people. Yo, look at white people. Look at white people. And okay, so we got a white man, we got a mixed chick, and we got we got the Latino. Oh, we got the Latino. Oh, they so mad. Faith Thomas, good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. I'm watching for the game, not the halftime show, because I was born into the sport of football by virtue of my daddy. Great. I hope they both lose. So we're gonna run with that. I hope they both lose. Torian said, I typed Disney reaction into YouTube search and I saw a whole bunch of co-colonizing cohorts and the usual suspect comment about this. Oh, yeah. Our favorite Officer Tantrum said something as well. I was like, whatever. Yeah, we're going to go over their Twitter posts because it was quite funny. It was quite funny, but we're going to let this continue. Fair use again.
This country, the descendants of slaves continue to build this. Slaves built this country. And we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering. And continue to earn reparations every moment we spend submerged in the systemic prejudice, racism, and white supremacy that America was founded with and still has not atoned for. Slaves built this country.
Fam, they used the words. Fam, they used the words. They said white supremacy. That's what it was, family. That was the trigger. When they said white supremacy, them white people, let me tell you something. Them white people called up every cleaning agency they could in their neighborhoods and their towns because they threw the mayo against the wall, family. Family, do you understand how distraught white people were? White people were so distraught they did not know how to drive their Teslas. White men were so distraught they couldn't even cheat right on their wives. Family, they were so distraught white women could not make the potato salad with the raisins properly. They actually put the raisins on top because they were so upset they couldn't even mix it in, family. They just left it on top. So if you do happen to eat it at work on the Friday, you can eat around it, even though it still tastes like shit. But you won't get hit with the raisin bomb. DSB, good afternoon. 007 Spidey, good afternoon. Go ahead, let it continue. Shout out to Great Black Shark for posting this.
Not only field hands, but carpenters, masons, blacksmiths, musicians, inventors built cities from Jamestown to New Orleans to Banneker, Washington. 40 acres and a mule. We'll take the 40 acres, keep the mule. We made your families rich. From the southern plantation heirs to the northern bankers to the New England ship owners, the founding fathers, former presidents, current senators,
the Illuminati, the New World Order.
Slaves built this country.
I think Alex Jones gave this a thumbs up on Disney's YouTube channel when they said New World Order. I think he blushed a little bit.
We had Tubman, Turner,
Frederick D.
Didn't they say Lincoln freed the slaves?
But slaves were men.
And women. And only we can free ourselves. Emancipation is not freedom. Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, public schools, feeding private prisons, where we become slaves again. As we celebrate Juneteenth for the umpteenth time, our account is still outstanding. Because this country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country. And we demand our 40 acres and a mule. About that, you can keep the mule.
Keep the 40.
We're taking our freedom.
Somebody used to watch Super Hot back in the day. Somebody used to watch Super Hot Fire back in the day. That was nice. Shout out to them. But like I said, family, white people got upset. Oh, white people got upset. Everybody from Ben Shapiro to Jack Posobiec. And I was planning on doing a video on that, man, but I said, you know what? I'm not even going to waste my time because I was going to be xenophobic in there. That scumbag. Like, he was leading the pack. That's how bad it was. This guy, Jack Posobiec. Tori, you need to watch out for this, bro. For this white nationalist. That's right, I'm saying it. You got to watch out for this white nationalist. He is trying to take Richard Spencer's spot. Black Light Revelations, hello. Yes, the House of Mouse still has things to fix, but you know what? It is what it is. Hey, come here one time. Give me the line one time.
Say cut it, check.
Thank you. All right. So let's show you what Jack Posobiec did that started the snowfall into the snowball tabernacle. So he put this up February 5th. Same clip, what's the name? Put up from N Wokeness, whatever. It says, imagine paying money to Disney to teach your kids to hate themselves and hate their country. I thought that was the schools, sir. I thought that was the schools because you scumbags over there in white nationalist white nationalist land like to send your kids to those nice, proud private schools. Sir, this country has spent centuries telling history wrong. We know this. This is why when you present them with facts, oh Jesus, I shut it. My bad. When you prevent them from lying to you and telling you that this person invented this when we all know the truth because these school books hide this stuff, you start to understand why we don't listen to them. You understand why we don't listen to them. Y'all the same ones running around here talking about, oh, slaves didn't build DC, so who did? Because we actually have pictures of this. We have historical record of this, sir. If Benjamin Banneker didn't design DC, who did? Let me know. This is why I told someone on Twitter, hey, if you want to feel like that, that's cool. What I'm going to need y'all to do is then let DC be dismantled and y'all sit there in your little Indian circles and put DC back together again. Let's see you do that. I will be thoroughly impressed as long as you can show your work, because that's what you guys are all about, showing your work. Y'all have no problem showing your supremacy when it's convenient, but when we show you your supremacy insofar as messing with black folks, you don't like that. Y'all can go somewhere. We got something for you. DSB said they are silent about the black male attacking the Proud family, though. Jack said genetically deficient human fluke. Yep. But DSB, they were cool. You see how they were quiet though when they found out that there was going to be a gay couple in there, but then they found out one of the guys was black, so they said that was okay because the white guy apparently is the power. So they were cool with this. This also isn't our country, and they make that clear. So we don't need to have the same interest and investment in this hellhole that they do, and they just need to accept that facts. DSP said, Spidey said, what is that? You can look up and see what organizations support which candidates. You can go to donorsecrets.org, and they usually tell you who donated money to them, to each candidate. It could be as small as $5 all the way up to the allotted amount of, I think it's 3,000. Yeah. That's how I found out that Westmore was getting funded by Hollywood. Time, when are we going to talk about mental health in the black community? We talk about that all the time, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Here we go. So yeah, Jack Posobiec ran his mouth. Let's see what the comments said, shall we? Because we all know his cousins and his hillbilly baby mamas were probably in there co-signing what he was saying. Hey, let me say that one time. No, the Mickey Mouse. Let me see Mickey Mouse. Yeah, let me see that one time. Thank you. Hello. It's Mickey. Read these comments. Let me get in the screen. Guess what? I'm a racist. Okay. You can't be here for this. Take your dog and go. Hello. Yes, let's read the comments. Hello, new black media and black people, even though we don't really like you where we are in Disneyland, but it's okay. Give us your money. Okay, so this was the comment I left. Can I read it? Sure. Hey, Jackie! It's Mickey! How about all those white shows that had black people on as either comic relief or the character that needed a white person to save them? That's a bit much, but okay. I'll bet you throw all your mayo shake at the iPad when Lionel Jefferson showed up on All in the Family and trolled Archie! Yay! Let's do some more. Okay. So this black guy wrote, funny, it wasn't hatred when Trump said the same thing. What did Trump say? Let me see. President Trump to black Americans, you built this nation. I don't know if I should cheer or try to debunk that. I'm not sure. How white do I feel today? I feel black. Yay! Here we go. Jack Posobiec said, dun, 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 he didn't credit slavery as building America. Quote, we all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were giving credit for is the rest of his quote. What is that you always say about the American races? I always say about the American races, they have the innate ability to say something and in 10 seconds own themselves. Sir, Jack Posobiec, do you realize you owned yourself? I would like to educate you on you owning yourself here, sir. You said Trump's statement was, we all built it, but you were such a massive part of it, bigger than you were giving credit for is the rest of this quote. How did we do that, sir? Well, how did FBA do that? I'm trying to figure something out. Because a lot of the innovation in this country, a lot of the foundation was built during slavery, sir. Without the cotton gin, we don't have industry in this country, sir. Which, by the way, was part and parcel created by not only a white man, but a whole bunch of black folks. But they never want to give credit to them. Y'all don't want to do that, right? All right. Hey, all that tobacco and rice that were picked in those hot suns. Without that, your slave master relatives, the few that y'all love to say he only had, there's no building of the modern day commerce. Without slaves doing that, there's no stock market, sir. Without the stock market, most of you a-holes would not have any money. Hey, I'm going to stretch something. Would y'all like to see me stretch something? I'm going to stretch something. I credit the FBA slaves. I do. Because without the FBA slaves, guess what? We don't have cryptocurrency. I'm going to go that far with that stretch. So y'all can get mad at me all you want. You white folk that will see this. John Hawkins says slavery didn't build this country. In 1860, America's population was about 31 million people. In 1870, after the war, per capita income per person was 2,445. Today, America's population is roughly 328 million people. Per capita income is 65,297. Very good. You know how to copy and paste things. That is beautiful. Hey, John Hawkins, Mr. White Man, dude, let me explain something to you. Since you're just as dumb as well, let me explain something to you, sir. Yes, America was still young in 1860. Fine. You want to say there was only 4 million slaves here? Cool. Without those 4 million slaves, sir, this per capita income don't raise. I'm going to go that far as well. Oh, we're going to tell truths here today, family. I don't care who gets mad. Without slavery, since y'all want to say that that didn't help build America, Twitter wouldn't exist. Without slavery, sir, and the slaves showing the world how to do things out here in these streets, guess what? Your stupid ass wouldn't be able to be an author, sir. You wouldn't have to step your game up. You would be still doing dry Shakespearean type writing. Let me go to the comments before I go in some more. Spidey, no problem. Blacklight Revelation says just a nonsense and literal denial of reality that is just bizarre to me. They are in the Matrix. White people are in the Matrix. They swear everybody else is in the Matrix. They are in the Matrix. There are a bunch of ciphers running around. It's a bunch of ciphers and non-playable characters cosplaying as human beings. Because they're the same ones who keep telling us, hey, don't fall for that, don't follow that, don't follow that. But as soon as their favorite pundit or Trump or DeSantis or who's the other one? For some, Mitch McConnell, let's see, Josh Hawley, who else? And whoever else, white, comes outside and says something. They're retweeting it and they're championing the shit. The same thing that the left does, but they want to play moral high ground. That's not how that works, sir. Marjorie Taylor Greene, thank you, Torian. I was trying to remember her name. It escaped me. Lauren Boebert, Bill O'Wife beater. Yes, keep it going, family. Yes, yes. Cucker Tarleson. Yes, Cucker Tarleson. Yes, him. Tucker. Him. Let's see. Peter Jennings, Ted Koppel, Sam Donaldson, Sean Hannity, Jesse Waters, Greg Gutfield, Neil Cavuto, everybody at OAN, everybody at Newsmax, Jesse Lee Peterson, because since he wants to be white so bad. Yeah, Sucker Carson, yes. All these people, as soon as they say something, boom, y'all are retweeting the hell out of it. But y'all won't retweet basic history. Because yo stupid ass forgot where the library is. Y'all forgot books existed. Why do you think they want to ban books so much? Stupid white people. They want to ban books so much because on the internet you can change history. Because you have to digitally imprint the truth. So they say. Yes, Jason Jabber Whitlock and Leo Terrell. But I'm going to keep this more on white people. Oh, you know what? We have to also add the we also have to add the honorary white supremacists. You know, the Asian folk, the AAPI, Lauren Chen. Yes. Yes, we got to add her into it. Hey, Torian, we have somebody we're going to enter in after I say this name. Ian Miles Chong. Yes. Andy No. Yes. We even have to add that white person. Yes, we do. Shout out to Amala Ekpanobi. Shout out to her. We're going to go watch her reaction to that Proud Family stuff because Jack Posobiec and his goddamn echo chamber are making my head hurt. But Amala Ekpanobi, yes, Torian and I have done videos on her. She is a full-on half coon. And I don't mean that she only coons half the time. I mean, she's a coon, but she's mixed. So we're gonna do this. He reacted to the Proud Family. Yes, she did. Let's see if we can find the video. God damn it, she might have taken it down. No, somebody had it. We'll find it. Let's see. We'll do this. If they talked about reparations. We remember what she said about reparations. Black folk don't deserve it. Oh, look at this. This was recent. She went on Fox News and said California reparations proposal gets more ridiculous every day in this state. Broad, you moved there. You moved there. PragerU threw you a bag and you moved there. I'm going to need you to calm down one time. Damn it. Wait a minute. Somebody has it. What's going on? I got to do it like this. Damn. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to have to do it like this. It sucks. Let's see. Well, it was on PragerU site. So where the hell is it? All right, we'll just search her name. I'm sure it's still up there. That was a scary thumbnail. Ah, she was on Newsmax, of course. Ah, here it is. Here it is. Now, we boy. Now we can enlarge this because it's not copyrighted. But oh yeah. The half African conservative. Right. The half African conservative form that was a former liberal. Yeah. But Pete, and I told Torian this, when she was full cooning, she had the braids. Now that she's trying to slowly dial it back a little bit so she could be palatable to everybody else. Now she's doing the sister girl fro. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
You are a triple coon. Dancing coon. Dancing.
That's right. You're still a triple coon. We're not gonna work this. But see how she's trying to show the cleavage and everything. All right, we got you. We see what you're doing. You trying to be the Nigerian Candace Owens. We see you. All right, let's see what you said about this. Fair use.
Slaves built this country.
Look, dude, she's already pressed. They said not nothing but one line, and she's pressed already. Here we go. Oh yeah, Torian, I did see they tried to troll you. that did work. All right, they said nothing but one line, and she already got mad. Here we go.
Land from sea to sea to sea. First it was rice, tobacco, sugar cane. Then Whitney did his thing and cotton became king. And we were its soldiers, 4 million strong, fighting for America's freedoms, even though we remained America's slaves. Built this country. The descendants of slaves continue to build it. Slaves built this country. And we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering.
Please tell me what you've earned. So you want reparations from people who were never slave owners given to people who were never slaves? I used to sit in front of the TV, I should say. Watch Proud Family, learn about bullying, friendship, navigating school life as a young child. Normal things that all young people go through the lens of this family. And now you get this. I don't identify with we in this case with Proud Family.
This country was built on slavery.
Hey, Amala. Hello. I don't know if you remember me. Kid Gravity here. Let me explain something to you. Again, just like I told you when you tried to stooge yourself off and say that Black people don't need Black History Month, Hispanic people don't need Hispanic Heritage Month, but you conveniently forgot to say the Asians don't need their month, and the small hats do not need theirs. You did it again. Man. Go tell them Jews who still get money from their descendants, I mean their predecessors, their ancestors in the Holocaust. Tell them they don't need to get that money. Go ahead, go tell them that. I would, and please put me on three-way when you do it. I need this. I need to hear you say this. Because after you say that and they get through with you, you're going to go underground. But I noticed you didn't do that. Go to Kamala's people and tell them that, hey, you shouldn't get reparations. Go tell them that. Because the US government pays South Asia millions of dollars a year. Go tell them that they can't get money. See how they laugh you out the building. I love how y'all keep bringing up Ireland too. White people, for people who don't know history and swear up and down that they do know history, they love bringing up history when it doesn't apply. Newsflash, white people, when you see this, I'm going to help you. Now, I might lose my black card for saying this, but this is true. White people, the Irish were never slaves. Let me say that again. White people, the Irish were never slaves. They were indentured servants. Kind of like how the Chinese and the Koreans came over here on the boats and had to go to work in the Chinatowns and Koreatowns as repayment for getting over here. Yeah, the Irish did the same thing. They cleaned people's houses. Yeah, they were maids and butlers. Yeah, they worked in people's shops to pay back a debt. Yeah. Yeah, they were marginalized for a little bit, especially because of them Italians. But yeah, they were still good. Thanks to Rob for saying. Thanks to Rob for saying it. They were giving white status. White status. Torian said, my Black Massacre series shows the Irish hate black people. Many of them were at the forefront of many of those early massacres. Of course. But you find that in your history, but y'all never want to bring it up. White people, let me also hit you with an uncomfortable truth. I know you don't want to hear this. Guess what? Anybody in the Bloods and Crips that are FBA, yeah, they'll get a check too. I know you don't want to see gang members come up. I get it. I get it. Vice Lords too, and the Gangster Disciples. Yeah, if they're FBA, they get checks. Yeah. It's okay. Amala, it's okay. You can be yourself. It's okay. Tap into your daddy Nigerian, so never mind. If you ever tapped into your Nigerian side, you're gonna have a problem on your hands because they're setting your country up and your lineage up to be the degenerates of the Black diaspora, and they're gonna put that in the mainstream media. You're not gonna like it. 007 Spike said the Italians hated the Irish guts. Kid Gravity and Torian Rain. Yep. But y'all love bringing up the fact that y'all letting y'all white people get off talking about, oh, my family came over from Ireland. They had nothing in their pocket. Great. And they made something of themselves, right? Very good. Guess what? Black folks were released in 1865. And every time they try to make something of themselves, here comes more legislation. Please, Irish people, Italian folks, please tell me how much legislation was against you when you got over here. Please tell me. Torian said, I'm all about to create her new lineage where whatever priest man takes pity on her, puts a ring on her fingers and a bun in her oven. Oh, yeah. She's aiming to be the new Candace Owens. I tell y'all better watch her. Candace is cracking. I know Amala won't come over here to New Black Media and talk. I know this. It's safe on PragerU. It's safe on Fox News and Newsmax. Hey, come over here. We won't bite. We'll let you get off. We're going to ask pertinent questions, though, but we're going to let you get off. We're going to let you, hit your spiel with the people. I mean, our people gonna look at us sideways for having you on the stream, but you know, we gonna have productive conversations, and then you can go back over there. But we know what's gonna happen if you come over here. We know what's gonna happen. We gonna get the right sister to come talk to you. Y'all gonna have a productive conversation, and I swear to God, folk, you know what's gonna happen when they had that conversation, and our on code sister gets to really pressing her on these questions. We know what's gonna happen. Tabernacle, who remembers this?
Is that you some bitch, bro? You some bitch. I told you. Everybody on your live stream know you some bitch. And when I see you, I'm whooping your ass. Everybody got your.
But in the Mollis case, a side of Jollof with mayonnaise will be on the side of that ass whooping. We know this. And by the way, the brother with the dashiki on, that will be me laughing the whole time. Starting shit. That's gonna be me.
You wanna be hood, nigga? You wanna be hood? You on the phone talking shit to me and you.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Oh, Amala. Oh. Pretty confused coon. Pretty confused coon. It's gonna be okay, man. It's gonna be okay. Reparations is on the way, and gonna be fine. They'll take their money, they'll go home, and then you'll have the whole soapbox to tell your stuff to your audience. But at that point, since reparations will be a major topic off the table with the lexicon, you're going to have to engage the people. Can you engage the people without talking about black folks and what we needs to do? Can you do that? I don't think you can do that. And I'm going to say something wrong, but I don't care who don't like it. I shudder to think how you're going to move once Dennis Prager kicks the bucket. I shudder to think. Because suffice to say, we know he gives you your talking points. We know this.
Here's the first thing you.
Here we go. She said this on February 6th. Who wants to see the Queen Coon say what she gonna say? Dude, let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna hold you. Why every time I'm seeing her now, she looking older and older? She's around our age. She's around our age, and she look. Them Caribbean jeans are kicking her ass, blood. It's not cool being a Caribbean coon. It's not cool. But you know what? Hey, Candace, you gonna inaugurate this? Yes, sir. All that self-hate is decaying her, dude. I see some of these pictures when she out in the event, dude. She looked 45, and she's only like 33. You know what? Should I say it, family? Put a one in the chat if I should say what I'm about to say. Put a one in the chat. Yes, Tatum is emotional. Hey, Torian. Hey, we got to watch that man. I think he might start. I think he's starting to get his wake up call. I heard his folk turned on him with that police video. I heard they turned on him. They started to turn on him. Okay, so I got a couple ones. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Candace Owens. Now I know I'm making old jokes. I get it. I bet you if you was with a black man, you would stay looking youthful. I'm just throwing that out there. If you was with a black man, even if he was a coon, you would still look healthy. You would look a lot younger than you are. I swear to you. I'm just saying. Just saying. But let's see what you said about slavery. That yellow does nothing for you, man.
Black Lives Matter people to be angry. They sound angry when they're on stage. Slaves built this country. Slaves built this country. Slaves built this country. Everything.
Okay, ma'am. The Proud Family was not doing BLM. I don't know who needs to tell you that. They were not doing BLM. But I see what you're doing. But okay, you got it.
That we owe to slavery and slaves, and this is an argument for reparations. We've heard this nonsense over and over again from people.
Nonsense, she said. Nonsense. Nonsense. This is what she said. Nonsense. Okay, Candace, we're gonna debunk you in a minute. We're gonna debunk you in a minute. I'm gonna let you finish. Nonsense. Keep that keyword in mind, family. Nonsense.
Who've never bothered to open a history book, or maybe they have actually. Maybe it's because they've opened history books in school that they learn this garbage nowadays. Actually, I would say it is because they open history books that they learn this garbage, which is just completely being washed with progressive ideals. And
let me hear that again, Candace. What did you just say? Again, what did I tell you about the American races? They have an innate ability to say something and own themselves in 10 seconds. Listen to what she just said.
Open history book that they learn this garbage, which is just actually I would say it is because they open history book that they learn this garbage, which is just completely being washed.
Okay, Candace Owens, now you're going after history books. But isn't your side of the aisle, your side of the ideological spectrum, aren't y'all the ones talking about preserving books? Now, I know y'all want to change history. I get that. But y'all are the same ones that get pissed when the left start burning books and all this. I get y'all don't like curriculums and stuff. You think it's too woke. I get that. But y'all are the same ones talking about these schools are putting in all these textbooks that go against reading, writing, and arithmetic. Now you're saying that the same books that you're fighting for are garbage. Damn. Why in that still picture, she looked like she's really telling somebody at a retail store how to speak English. Why are you not speaking English? That is the look of a Karen telling you, please speak English. I don't understand you. That is what that looks like. But let's let her continue.
With progressive ideals and not based in fact at all anymore. I actually had, Mediaite, whatever that website is, write an article, hit piece on me for telling the truth about the history of slavery by saying that the majority of people did not have slaves. Obviously, a very small fraction of uber wealthy people had slaves. People that were fighting the Civil War, it was a poor man's fight and a rich man's war. They were not fighting to keep slavery in place. They didn't have slaves, right?
When was the Civil War, man? When was the Civil War? Somebody please tell me. I was a great history student, but I want to see if y'all know. When did the Civil War start? When did the Civil War start? When did black people get freed? Because I seem to remember that the Civil War kicked off 1860. They basically fought for 4 years. People were let out of slavery to go fight, man. Did you not know this? Slaves were put on the front line. What does that have to do with the anti-black legislation throughout the entire United States? Oh, she doesn't see that. She thinks just because this is why I don't like these conservatives. This is exactly why I don't like them. This is the main reason. I don't like them because they think because they walk outside as a black person and nobody's running up to them every 5 minutes calling them the N-word with the hard ER that they somehow made it. That's why I can't stand them. Black Light Revelations to the modern suburbia was enacted by the government when the white GIs came from the war, gave them GI Bill, new homes and communities were built. Yep. But let's let her finish.
There was other components of the Civil War. People don't like to talk about that. Well, I'm going to say something else that's going to offend people because it's true, right? The idea that this country and the success that this country had is because slaves built this country. History betrays this narrative, okay? Let me first say, obviously, we all know slavery was abhorrent. It was an abhorrent practice all over the world, did not begin in America, and actually did not begin with white people, right?
We never said that.
It still goes on today. And
we said it's the biggest atrocity committed on this planet, man. And it's mostly done by white people. We know slavery in America was after most other, you could even call them countries and civilizations. Yes, we understand they had slaves, but the mass migration of people from Africa to the Caribbean and America was the worst in this planet's history. But y'all are so talking about how it's an abhorrent practice and this, that, and the third, but y'all black asses, all those millions of followers are not lobbying to get those Africans that are being humanly trafficked in Libya right now, in Tunisia, and parts of Morocco. Y'all won't talk about that, but y'all want to talk about coyotes over here trafficking Latinos. And by and large, Africans are even more conservative than most Latinos. But y'all won't talk about that now, do you? Now, by the way, I'm not caping for the Africans right now. I'm just trying to show a point that these conservatives and their white conservative counterparts do not bring up. Because I seem to remember when that Libya slavery thing kicked off and Obama said sorry, I didn't see a whole bunch of white folk, especially the conservatives and the liberals, who are basically conservatives on the left side. They didn't come out and rally for them. There were no mass protests around the country in 2011 to go free them African slaves. Nah, they were quiet because it was over there. The problem is they have to confront it here because it's where they live. But she got a couple more seconds, and then I'm going to debunk what she said at the beginning about slaves didn't build this country.
And it is black and brown people that keep those institutions up. And actually, white people were the first people to end the institutions of slavery.
Great. Let's go back to the beginning. You said something.
Oh, she was just like Black Lives Matter. It just really was an ad for Black Lives Matter. People to be angry. They sound angry when they're on stage. Slaves built this country. Slaves built this country. Slaves built this country. Everything that we have, we owe to slavery and slaves. And this is an argument for reparations. We've heard this nonsense over and over again from people who've never bothered to open a history book. Or maybe they have, actually. Maybe it's because they've opened history books in school that they learn this garbage nowadays. Actually, I would say it is because they...
Ma'am. Great. I'm glad you said that, ma'am. You admitted on film that your people are from the Virgin Islands. Did you not, Tabernacle? Here we are. Slavery records revealed on Virgin Islands. Oops. Care to explain this, ma'am? Slavery helped bring your people up. And Florida, hello. Got with Black Power all up in here. Green's beautiful people, ladies as usual. It's okay. You're an hour behind. It's all good. Candace Owens, would you like to explain the Virgin Islands? Hmm? A collection of slavery records newly available over the internet may help thousands of people trace their families back to Africa through St. Croix, a former slave trading hub in the Caribbean. The records, which went online Thursday at Ancestry.com, already have helped Susan Samuel of Houston discover the story of an ancestor who was freed after persuading officials that she had been illegally sold into slavery. More than 50,000 enslaved Africans were taken to St. Croix during the island's Danish colonial rule, said George Tyson, who led a 7-year effort to gather documents from archives in the Virgin Islands, Washington, and Copenhagen. Oops. Hey, Candace, I told you this before. You can go to the Dutch and get your check. Many of the slaves spent their lives toiling on the island's sugar plantations, which helped bring up the U.S. economy, as well as the U.S. Virgin Island economy. Others continued on to slavery in such places as Cuba or the United States, which brought the Virgin Islands from Denmark in 1917. Guess what? You have a legitimate claim against America for your reparations. You have a claim. They took Denmark's debt. You have a claim against them. Columbia University historian Eric Forner called the collection, quote, a big step forward with great potential for research. St. Croix was an important slave center for a long time, but maybe because people don't know Denmark, it hasn't gotten the attention it ought to, he said. Family researchers have aggressively pursued information for years about the slave trade in St. Croix, an island where most residents are descended from slaves. A local group, the Virgin Islands Social History Associates, sought out the documents to build on that work and learn more about how slaves lived, said Tyson, the group's president. Candace, explain this, ma'am. Please, enlighten us. Enlighten us one time. Why would you say this? She went to go see Gavin McGinnis. God, dog. Her and Cornell West. Lord have mercy. Y'all went to go sit down with Gavin McGinnis. Must be nice. And people just went in on you because you were wrong. Damn. So look at this. Don't you play this motherfucker. She look all young and nice here. Look at this. And then here she looking like, never mind. I'm gonna leave him alone. She looking like any she right here looking like any old goddamn. Wait, let me see if I can back this out a little bit. So here she looking all young and whatever. Up her, she looking like any. Oh, y'all can't even see that. Y'all got to see this, family. Y'all got to see this. Tabernacle. Now here's the bottom picture of her. Let's see if I can. There we go. Look at the bottom picture. She's all happy. She's not cooning as much. Nice smile. She looks impressionable, does she not? Then we get to the one I just showed, and she over here looking like an old Caribbean school teacher. God, dog. She looked like middle management. They just get so upset over these reparations, blood. They just get upset. It's not that bad. It's okay. It's just money. Y'all bitch about giving Ukraine money all the time. Just let black folk have their money. They'll go away. The problem goes away. It's okay. What is this? Republicans are losing their mind, calling on Americans to boycott Disney because of the scene from Disney cartoon The Proud Family. They're literally mad that kids are learning that slaves helped build our nation. What the hell are they afraid of? Oh, Young Americans Foundation, of course. We might have one. The evil Walt Disney Corporation produced this sick racist video. Funny thing, we watched it together, did we not, family? Did they even get at white people, or did they just tell the history? Did they say white people bad? I don't remember. I didn't hear it. The angry black characters speak as if it were a minstrel show. They're doing a performance, you dumbass. The message slaves built this country is a big lie and it belittles contributions of every other American, past and present. Let's see what people said. If having slaves were the key to wealth, Africa would have been rich as F when Europeans finally began buying them too. You gotta love it. And Flournoy said anybody can be like Coon Dance when they wanna, but she will never be black first with a grifting ass. Well, we know this. Jesse Paris, hello. Yeah. Explain this to me. The reason why Africa wasn't rich as F is because nobody knew what that stuff was, sir. We're talking the 1600s. Nobody knew about that stuff and the innovations that it would later create. So you're an idiot. At least they're acknowledging democratic policies. Angry, immature, and ignorant equals dangerous. Boy. Don't do it. Angry, immature, and ignorant sounds like every white school shooter. But okay. You got it. You thought you was into something. Should I do it to him, family? Let's do it to him. Maybe they'll block me. Let's have fun. Every Karen school shooter and white conservative. And white liberal / conservative. We'll ask a question. There you go. Whole lot. Slavery, therefore reparations. They conveniently forgot that we fought a civil war to put an end to slavery. They still think this. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. They really thought that's why they ended slavery. The Civil War was really there to end slavery. Lord. Okay. And just who they think it was who shouldered arms and marched south to free the slaves and died by the thousands. Let's explore that, shall we? Let's see. We'll use history.com. Let's see. They said a more accurate estimate of Civil War deaths is about 750,000 with a range from 650 to as many as 850. Okay. What's your point? Black folks still didn't get paid off. What's your point? Nate Blast, hello. They always use children as used, yet they teach a whitewash Thanksgiving. Oh, nah, don't do that. Hey, Nate, don't do that. You know they love they turkey and their ham and the corn and the nasty green bean casserole and Well, white people don't really use gravy like that. And their pork dressing and the cranberry sauce. You don't do that to them. Don't do that. I think that's an important point, at least something worth exploring. We as people are not wired to exploit everything. And flowing on, you know they ain't gonna have that conversation. Come on now. They will never have a conversation about how they exploit everybody, including themselves. They'll never do it. Never. The second they have that conversation, they're going to be looking at each other crazy and figuring out how they're going to blame black folks. Mm. Best way not to acknowledge, the best way to say slavery is not equal to reparations is to acknowledge that it never happened, which is what they're trying to do now. Nope, that ain't going to work. But let's see what Ben Shapiro's had to say about the Proud Family. Because you know he chimed in with what Torian calls his fast talking ass. Where is it? Let me see. Let's see. No, we'll put the Proud Family. And let's put slaves. Had better results when I did that. That was new. No. Did he take it down? Damn it. He took it down. Somebody has to have it. I want to know how many times he mentioned his wife as a doctor. Damn. Maybe he really put his stuff behind a paywall finally. People can't get it. Shit. He took it down. Reminder to those seeing the wokeism of Disney Plus's Proud Family. It was Proud Family honcho Latoya Ravino at Disney who bragged, quote, "In my little pocket of Proud Family, Disney TVA, the showrunners were super welcoming to my not all at all secret gay agenda. DW Kids is coming." Okay. Wait, do you have the clip? I'm not watching no 28 minutes.
Merged into systemic prejudice, racism, and white supremacy. Which means
I'm not watching 28 minutes. You going in.
Let's not kid each other here. But the
grandparents. Here we go. You got the clip. Cool. Let's hear what Ben said about this. Damn, he look evil, boy. All right, let's see. Let's do it here. Play you. Oh, yes, Nate. That's their new word. Wokeism. Yep. Come on. Oh, God damn it. Come on, let's get to the show. All right, we're going to have to refresh it. Where is it? Like right here? Oh, come on.
People during that same time.
That every institution of the United States is infused with slavery. It's a lie. The belief that it's
family. We didn't even go 5 seconds in. He lied already. He lied already. Say it again. You know what's the name of it? I'll just play it off of YouTube. Disney Plus teaches your kids America's evil and racist. But yeah, let's just go get the actual clip. I don't want to hear this guy keep talking. Let's see. Disney Plus teaches You were kids. Let's see. Here we go. Come on, Ben. Show me. Fair use.
There's a clip that was going around over the
Damn, you went in for 16 minutes? Right.
America was.
Here we go. Let's start right here.
So they're promoting on Disney Plus. That's what they're promoting. That is a false history of the United States. This is basically just 1619 Project garbage. It is bled down. This is always how it works, is that all this garbage starts at the highest level of critical race theory in our universities, then it bleeds down to the people who write your shows, and then it's your kids who are now learning this in their schools in a dumb.
It wasn't critical race theory when we were taught this in the 90s. Wasn't critical race theory then, right? I get y'all didn't like doing it every February, but it wasn't critical race theory then. The teachers' unions were told not to talk about reparations or Malcolm X. That's right. They weren't supposed to know every speech that MLK did. Right. They would always play I Have a Dream because it was inclusive. Not we are coming to get our check. Right. Keep going.
Down version of the 1619 Project or on the Proud Family on Disney Channel. First of all, the belief system that America was built on the back of slavery as opposed to all other cultures ever, that every institution of the United States is infused with slavery. It's a lie.
Right. Okay. We never said any other group didn't help America grow. We never said that. We say slaves, especially the Black American descendant of child slavery, were never compensated for their labor. They were killed, deleted, their family members thrown to picnics to be hung every Sunday, their children getting their heads and their skulls smashed in, getting fed as gator food. Yeah, they didn't get a dime from that. Yes, and slavery is all over the continental American lexicon and its institutions. Sir, shall we start with Hollywood? Shall we start with the music industry, sir, and those contracts? The prison industrial complex. The banking system. The school system, the school to prison pipeline. The redlining, the gerrymandering, the throwing of highways in the middle of the inner cities where Black people live to essentially cause an urban plantation, sir. Because guess what? Y'all don't think it's strange when you start seeing Black people in your neighborhood, right? How did you think white folk back then, when a slave was free and walked into town, what did you think they did? Until that slave pulled out their papers saying that they were freed. How do you think they looked at them? Y'all don't never cover Wells Fargo and what they've done to Black folks, right? Y'all don't want to cover how Chase and Citigroup were embedded in the slave trade. Y'all don't ever want to cover that. But y'all quick to get pissed at PayPal because they dropped one of y'all. Y'all the same ones talking about, oh, the elites are sitting up here doing all this diabolical stuff to make us conform to their program. Kind of sounds like slavery now, doesn't it? Y'all love comparing what's going on out here to the Matrix, who all its inhabitants that didn't understand what was going on, they were slaves to the system, sir. But We know. Rules for thee. We know.
The belief that it's Southern wealth that generated American prosperity is also a lie. The South was an economic backwater compared to the North.
Sir, how oh my God. Okay, sir. Rice, tobacco, sugar cane, especially in Florida. They don't like talking about that. Cotton. How do those work up north, sir? They don't. They had to build factories. I bet y'all don't ever teach your people about the real slavery, how the North and South were doing business. I bet y'all don't teach them that now, do you? Hey, Ben Shapiro, let's have a conversation, sir. Let's have a conversation. Have you ever helped educate your white constituents and your white fans that there were slave plantations in the North? Did you ever tell them that? Oh, no, y'all love to teach us that the North was just this bastion of freedom and nobody was in slavery back then. If you made it to the North, you were freed. Yeah, that's BS, sir. Guess what? We haven't been introduced. I'm from New York City, New York State. Guess what? One of the largest northern plantations was on Long Island. Robert Moses, look him up. Brutal slave master, look him up. Guess what? He got a whole state park named after him. Look it up. Massachusetts had plantations. Ohio definitely had plantations. They were just a little more industrialized, but the South was still thriving. It's funny how that works. Y'all never want to tell that part of the history. Never. Nate Blass said, how would he feel that a cartoon about Jewish people saying Holocaust or anti-Semitism card? We know what that answer is going to be. Boycotted. He'd stand right there lockstep with Jonathan Greenblatt.
Slavery is actually very bad for the economy, as it turns out, which is what the South found out during the Civil War, and the North kicked the hell out of them.
Oh, God. Sir, there was no economy in the South during the Civil War, sir. Their economy was crippled. They needed to move whatever resources they had to fight the Union, sir. The plantations were not as productive because they had to use slaves to go fight, sir. I love how they try to change history. If you pull your employees from one side to the other side, the side they came from is not going to be efficient. We know this. It's called balance, sir. But I get it. Y'all side don't know about no balance. I get it.
The belief system that people today are owed reparations for sins committed against their great grandparents, and that every ill in American society today is attributable to slavery is an absurdity.
Sir, go tell the Germans that then. You know what? Hey, you know what? You're going to bless us. You're going to bless us.
DJ Maxwell.
Go tell them Germans that. Please tell the Germans that. Please tell the Germans that. So they don't have to pay y'all no more. Please. It would impress me. It would impress me. Like Nate Blass said, we've given Israel more than $1 trillion. Please tell you and your people, we don't need that money no more. We good. Please. I would love for you to do that. Y'all are subjugating the Palestinians. I would love for y'all to say, we sorry. Hey, take the West Bank. Y'all can have the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. Just leave us in our little enclave in Israel that was created by the United Kingdom, 1957. Y'all not ready for that history. Hey, Ben Shapiro, would you like me to go on Rumble and dissect the Jewish history? Would you like me to do that? Because I would have fun doing that. Because I know I can't put it on YouTube. Y'all get upset. I don't mind doing that, sir. Please go tell the Germans, y'all ain't got to pay us no more. You know what would really impress me, family, and I know y'all gonna agree with me on this. How about y'all stand up in solidarity, the Jewish community, and have the U.S. government put out, and I want y'all to hear me, put out an arrest warrant on George Soros, because that billionaire threw Jewish people into these concentration camps where they were ultimately killed. And he never paid for it, because since your people right now are on a crusade to make sure that everybody that was caught up in what happened to your people, they could have woken up and said, I don't like Jewish people, and they're getting prosecuted. I need y'all to go prosecute George Soros. Then you would impress me. That would impress me. Because Germans were in slavery too, but y'all always love to run around and say never forget. Well, guess what? Black folks aren't forgetting, and that sticks in your craw, because suffice to say, we know the truth. And that's all I'm going to say.
And yet this is the crap that they are now mainlining into your kids' heads through TV, and making your kids hate the country. I mean, I don't know how you emerge from that without your kid thinking our country is evil. That, of course, is the entire point of that little woke retelling of American history, straight from Nicole Hannah-Jones and Howard Zinn. The idea is America is bad. The founding fathers, they were all evil slaveholders. Lincoln didn't free the slaves. Lincoln actually wasn't responsible. We freed ourselves. That might come as a surprise to the 500,000 people who died in the Civil War.
It was actually more, but okay.
But again, this basic idea, which is that America is super bad, it's being mainlined. You know who actually is the executive producer for this show, by the way. The person who is involved in the making of this show is a person named LaToya Raveneau. You'll remember LaToya Raveneau. She's the executive producer for Disney Television Animation. And she was caught on tape just a few months ago saying, quote, "In my little pocket of proud family Disney TVA, the showrunners were super welcoming to my not at all secret gay agenda." Maybe.
Okay. And she did something right. Cool. I kind of went in on her for that interracial thing yesterday that she did on the show. Okay. See, here's the problem, family. I can't, you know what, Flo, no, you're right. I can't listen to him no more. Here's the problem, and this is why I can't really stand white people. White people. This is why I keep saying you guys are so unbalanced. It's starting to show. It's not even so much you guys don't call out your own. Y'all are so unbalanced that you're going to sit online or in the real world, cape for somebody, and forget all their transgressions. But somebody you don't like, they do one thing bad, and regardless of what they do, they could cure cancer, and y'all go in on them. Let me explain something about black folks. It takes a lot for us to turn on you. We have different levels. We've turned on many of people that we supported over the years. And we've also turned on people when they say something crazy one time. There's levels to this. We judge it based on the level of egregious behavior. Y'all are so corrupt in your heads and in your hearts that things like that, y'all can't process it. Y'all cannot process that you have to look at an individual as a whole. We'll give any black person credit if they do something nice in the community. Family, what do we say after we give them credit for doing something positive? He or she still may be a coon. He or she, hey, that's a cool thing they said, but you know what? I still can't rock with them. Hell, I'm going to say something crazy right now. Roland Martin went off on this white slash, I think he was Latino or white, whatever, on a podcast. I gave that brother his credit because he came in with facts, even though he was yelling like a female. Sorry, females in the chat. But he made his point, and he was concise. I have to give him credit. He's still a buck dancing boule coon, and that ain't finna change. I see he's trying to do a redemption arc now. It's not gonna work. He has way too much negativity against him. But again, we'll give him credit where credit's due. Jay-Z, same thing. Gangster rapper, cool. We gave the brother credit for building an empire and becoming a billionaire. We clapped for him. We ain't give him credit for sitting there talking about he was going to be all for about social justice, and then all of a sudden he buddy with the NFL after staying on Kaepernick's side. We ain't give him credit. We went in on him. Thank you, I'm Flournoy. We just keep our eye on you. White folk, y'all don't do that with your people. You ask them what their ideology is and you automatically hate them, depending on what side of the aisle you're on. But of course, when it comes to us, you don't give a damn. You'll just hate us regardless. That's why now you're seeing the black conservatives getting turned on by the white folk. By the way, like I said, Brandon Tatum did that video about Tyree Nichols. Oh, I started seeing some of the cracks in there. Some of his people started turning on him. His wake-up call might be coming soon, folks. His wake-up call might be coming soon. His wake-up call might be coming soon. The reason why I mentioned him, probably one of the last things I talk about before I get up out of here. Let y'all get ready if you're going to the parties or watch Rihanna get in and piss Trump off. Tabernacle, I want y'all to see this. Now, this is on his video about the cops getting charged. I actually have to shut the music off for this. Okay. Jay the Informer, we're going to play that before we get up out of here because I got some words for that. Now, think it was here.
None of this wrong. I ain't beat that guy up. This is bull crap. They lying. I know for a fact 90% of officers in these situations, they didn't do anything, but they can't say anything because technically it's under investigation.
No, it's called the blue roll of silence, sir.
And the person that's dead, they family can say whatever they want to say because they're not a part of the investigation. But the police officers have no representation. And the truth of the matter is, if you were an attorney, you can go and meet the police officers. They can give you some statements and let you know what's going on. And then you can release that information. And I wish that one of these police officers reach out to me. You can reach out to me anonymously. I won't even bring you up.
Now, this is before he even saw the tape, family. Again, this was the same video where he didn't even see the tape yet. I saw that, Jay the Informant. But wait till y'all see the commercial that's coming out tonight. If that's the same one, they spent $20 million and they're not even promoting none. That's even funnier. But this was the video before he even saw the tape. I want to show y'all the pinned comment that he put. And this is why I said you could tell the American racists, they have an innate ability to say something and then 10 seconds later own themselves. Look at the comment he pinned. Eric Dinkause, whatever. I just wish people would wait until all the evidence has been reviewed. The rush to judgment in this country has cost us so much as a society over the last decade. Now, mind you, this fool in this video was caping for the cops. I'm going to dislike it. He caped for the cops. Talking about, oh, Tyree probably ran. He probably resisted. He said all this. Then had the nerve to pin this comment and heart it up. And they started asking him, hey, where's your follow-up video? Okay.
Community members are fired.
Hell no. Now, let's see. Where is that follow-up video? Where is it? 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 No. Okay. I think it's this.
How you doing?
No, that's the Paul Pelosi one. What the fuck? Did he? No. Tatum, don't tell me you took that video down. Wait a minute. Tatum, tell me you did not take that video down. Wait, is it this one?
Deadly arrest. It happened.
Wait, no, you know what? No, I know what it is. It's in the live stream. That's what it was. I was about to say, if he took that video down, I'm going in on him. Wait, there's Uvalde. 3 months, 2 months. That's okay. Here we go. Yeah. I know. Whatever. Come on.
He ain't showing up for you.
Hang on. Okay.
Control is just grabbing a person's arm and trying to put it behind the back. Hard hand control is when you start doing punches, you start doing strikes. Then you go up another level of force when you use the taser and you use other weaponry, which is the flex baton, well, not the flex baton, but the expandable baton, pepper spray, taser, all of that. Hold on.
Where's the part where
only because he died is the reason.
Y'all hear this? Here it is.
How you go to jail?
Listen.
Okay. Continue.
Listen.
He's gonna punch him again. Boom. One more punch. Boom. None of this is attempting to arrest anybody. Another punch. He drops. None of this is an attempt to arrest. This is all assault at this point.
While y'all looking at this, family, if you can, I know it's going fast, but look at the live stream. They're turning on this man. Let me see if I could slow it down. No, I can't do it. He should really put his stuff on slow mode. Damn it. Wait, let me put it back. All right, let me.
And just so you know, that was the last time they struck him. They pulled him over to the car. They
Just watch the live stream and what they're saying.
set him up on the car, his back up against the car. The medical department showed up. They responded and they rendered aid.
Mm-hmm.
Now, according to the reports, the medical responders, 2 of them got fired, which I don't. It's only because he died. The reason they fired him. I don't think the fire department had anything to do with this. They claimed that they didn't render aid fast enough, which what are you going to do? If a guy got a brain bleed, you're going to open his skull up on the side of the road? No, he has to go to the hospital. However, he was on the side of the car. The officers didn't strike him another time. Is this Rodney King? No. Is this as crazy as the police chief said? No. Are these?
What? Sir, you're literally watching the video. How do you not rationalize that was crazy? And Flournoy, that is a very good question. I would have to say Jesse beats all 3 of them. Jesse beats all 3 of them. Jesse openly advocates for White History Month, but dislikes Black History Month. He literally cares for white people. I would actually have to put Candace Owens number 3 over Tatum. Because she does say the right thing every now and again. But her fall for grace is going to be whew. But
These officers wrong? Yes. Should all of them go to jail? I don't think so. But the ones who are holding them up and the ones who are punching should definitely be charged.
bam, family. So this is when he said it. They all shouldn't go to jail. They shouldn't all go to jail. Here we go. Without Limits budget with Aaron Lynn. Now, I've seen that name in that comment thread, and she like 50-50 with that man. Yeah, Jesse is funny. I stopped listening to Jesse though, because it just get crazy. But Jesse's funny at times. He is. But family, let me blow this up. Family. Damn it. Why did it do that?
Charge.
No.
I mean, the ones who are punching him should definitely be charged. The ones who are holding him up.
Let's go back a little bit.
Jail? I don't think so. But the ones who are holding him up and the ones who are punching should definitely be charged.
See what I mean, family? They turned on him in this comment thread. I'm surprised he kept the chat open. Now, of course, you got some white trolling there saying he deserved it. Okay. Just tuned in. I'm really hoping you're walking all your comments from last night. Walking back all your comments from last night. Bro, this is hood justice. He's known to say that certain cops in the hood beating up black people. That's hood justice. That's what he said. No release from dispatchers. You got to get a court order for that. Can't say that beating him to death while on the ground is okay because he didn't give him them hands, bro. No officer has a right to punch anybody in the face, not even to make an arrest. Where did you get your law enforcement training from? Yes, they should. This is a bad take, Tatum. Yes, they should. You get pulled over, listen to them, damn it. They didn't even tell him why they turned him over, why they pulled him over, but okay. This ain't a good take, B. Yes, this is a false flag operation, 100%. This is all a psyop, all right? They kicked him in the face a few times. Five full-grown men. You have likely ended your career behind this. I damn sure hope so. If you think this is right on the heifers, I will never see your channel again. Firefighters should be reinstated.
I mean, the ones who are punching him should definitely be charged.
How many times are you all going to say Tyrese Ray? Damn, we have heard you the first 6,000 times. Worse than Rodney King. This was justified, in my opinion. This was justified. A black person said this. All right. The officers did a great job. This was debunked. Bro, you're missing 10 soccer kicks that come next. That old Wild West mentality runs rampant throughout the police culture of the United States.
Ones who are holding him up, I believe that the charge is correct when you say that they failed to intervene, because you're just lining the man up to get punched to death. You can't do that.
Tatum, you didn't play the part where they kicked them in the face. You didn't play that part.
And then the ones who got pepper sprayed and they're scattering around, I don't know how they're involved.
But yeah, his comment thread turned on him. White guy turned on him. Brandon, you're missing some things, bro. There were several football punts that had white woman turned on him. Dude, you need the audio. Those cops were not using correct language. The demeanor was not professional. He didn't put his hands behind his back because they weren't acting like officers. They were acting like gangbangers. Turned on him. The fact that the cops were beating him while they know they're being videotaped is scary. Well, they had body cams, so they know. Never once did I hear them announce themselves as officers. They're in unmarked vehicles. All right, there's a black guy. Got a cop. Officer Tatum, I'm so glad you're off the street as a cop. Look at all these white people turning on him. That man justified. Melissa, hello. That man justified that boy getting beat to death. All right. His wake-up call is coming. Notice he didn't do Alonzo Bagley. Here we go. Y'all ready to hear this? Let's hear this.
What's going on?
Same old different day. Just
okay. He think he funny, family. Y'all peep that. You think he funny. He think he funny. I'm not even gonna say it. I think y'all know where I'm going with that. But all right.
We got a little weather here in Nashville, so couldn't do the show.
Oh, I'm sure. What the hell happened?
And someone from my team's like, "Hey, got on the show."
So, are you willing to admit that you're wrong yet?
Admit that I'm not willing to admit.
Come on, he a coon.
So you jumped on Tucker.
Really
you was on Fox News.
Hold on. I'm getting feedback. I'm hearing two different. I'm doing something wrong here. Me.
Bro, you don't have a computer? Come on, get on your computer. Let's go.
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay, I think I had this up in the show, and I was hearing echo.
So let me first by saying that I thank you for having the courage to actually come up here and have this conversation, because most people wouldn't, right? But aside from that, if we getting straight to it, so you were on Tucker Carlson, and the first part of the interview I actually agreed with, right? When you had the conversation and you said that this is closed, open, and shut, and that it was clear that the dude did whatever that he did, and supposed to be arrested, and so on and so forth. But then you went into a conversation and you started talking about specifically black women, right? Now I'm an equal accountability smoke giver, and I hold people accountable across the board. However,
fair use.
You mentioned supervisor, a single mother supervisor, and then you tied that back into the case specifically. Why is that?
I would think in that part, to talk about the last 60 seconds, I spoke a little inaccurately off the top of my head. I was trying to make an analogy. I didn't know at that time. I didn't know the woman's marital status. I was using it as an analogy that they basically installed a woman to correct, fix the behavior of young black men, which is out of control. And so it wasn't speaking specifically about her marital status. It was speaking about the myth that black women can control, correct, get young black men in line, and I just don't believe they can do that. And I looked at our neighborhoods, breakdown of our family as evidence of the inability of the matriarchy to produce properly behaving communities, young men, whatever. And so I think they've made a mistake installing this woman to fix a problem that's pretty much focused on the failure of young men.
But see, the problem with that, Mr. Whitlock, is that there's a lot of people, and even in this chat, right? And there's a lot of people that take what you say as gospel, and they're your supporters, right? And I've even had people that cammed up with me, and they told me on Monday, and we already in Wednesday, and they told me Monday, well, Jason was right because it's the black mother's fault. And I'm like, well, let me find the context. And it took me a couple days to be able to find the context. But the reality is that you don't think that it was incredibly irresponsible or grossly negligent. Grossly negligent. Well, you got to let me finish the question first.
Again,
you got to let me finish the
question.
Negligent,
the things that I said. No, I don't.
How can you deny something and I didn't even finish the question yet?
Finish the question.
Okay. You don't think that it's grossly negligent to just leave that out there on a large platform such as Fox News, especially specifically addressing a woman whose marital status obviously is the complete opposite of whatever it is that you said on that platform, and then having that tied to and distract people from whatever it is that's being communicated as far as holding these guys accountable for what it is that they did to Tyree Nichols.
I established with the first part of my comment that I believe those men are going to be held responsible. It's an open and shut case. Anybody that looks at the video. And so holding those guys accountable, I don't think you can be distracted from. They're going to be held accountable. The video speaks for itself. I don't know if they have much of a defense. I was trying to argue or trying to put in that there's a cultural rot and a family breakdown within black communities that going to create situations like this over and over and over again. I came back on Monday, wrote a complete column clarifying everything that I said and why that I said it and why it was unpacked that way during a 4-minute TV segment. And then I came back Monday night on my show and expounded on that for 3.5 hours. There were people on my show who disagreed with me and questioned some of the things that I said. So any thought that, I'm.
But did you apologize?
People disagree. No, because I don't have anything to apologize for.
But you were wrong.
No, I spoke
about a woman specifically.
In a way, no, it wasn't about a woman
specifically. You did. You used her
actually played the
as
tape
as the poster child.
There's no one that listened to that interview that didn't understand that I was saying the breakdown of black family and our matriarchal culture are the problem.
That was the context, Jason. You led off. No, you led the argument by saying and using her specifically as the jump off point to then substantiate your argument what it is that you wanted to get off about. So okay, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you.
Play the tape of what I actually said.
I just did. I literally.
Can we play it right? Can we play it right now?
Yeah, I'll play it right now. Yep.
Yeah. Just move to the final 60 seconds.
I got you. Give me a second.
Everyone's behaving inappropriately and 32 years old. Everybody. It was a group coverage of this and weekend coverage of this, and they want to take us to a good place. I would examine the racial element of this because there is a racial element. And this is a story about young black men and their inability to treat each other in a humane way.
So it's never a racial element when the white cops do it, when the Asian cops do it, when the Latino cops do it. It's never a racial issue. But you today, that day, want to say that this was a racial issue. Peter Liang killed Akai Gurley in a stairwell. They didn't even want to prosecute that man. It took the people to get that man prosecuted. Panaleo did not do a day in jail, and he delivered the chokehold that killed Eric Gardner. He's still fighting to get back in the NYPD. Last I checked. Hey, Jason Whitlock, you stupid, stupid man. Sir, when that 12-year-old white boy was shot in Philadelphia by that, well, for all intents and purposes, we'll just say that person of color cop, how quick did they get him off the job? That wasn't a racial element. All do you think we would be having all these protests if there wasn't a racial element to these cop killings? I'm asking for a friend. The system of white supremacy is racial, sir. That's the number one tenet of white supremacy. Make sure it stays racial. Sir, what black platform do you have? It took you 20 years to get to a black platform, your own. You'd rather be under the wing of white supremacy. Now you're sitting here with this black man trying to explain what you said. And then got people in your comment thread caping for you, talking about, oh, see, he explained himself well. He really didn't. I hope all those people in that comment section realize he just excused the next black cops to do this. The next black cops that beat a black man or a black woman in, let's say, New York, guess what? He'll get to come out and say, hey, this is Evelyn Davis all over again because Keisha Sewell is a black woman. Or in Philly, Carmen Bess. Yeah. Yeah. See, all y'all in there caping for this man don't even realize. Don't even realize he still sat up there and dissed black women again, and y'all sat right there and let him do it. Now, are there black women out of line? Yes, we understand that. Yes, there are some that are out of line. But the majority of our women are not out of line. But you never want to bring that up now, do you? Y'all take a few and think that's everybody. Got it. JD Informant said Jason thought he was safe because Angry Man, friend of AD, gave Jefferson and Whitlock a safe interview. That's a black manosphere for you. They run interference. Well, I'm going to let them run interference tomorrow because the passport bros are on the chopping block. I'm about to get out of here, family. I got to go cook. And Flournoy said, perhaps the strategy is to give them no shot. In other words, they belong on the pay me no mind list. Yes. As y'all have noticed, family, we don't talk about these people unless they say something egregious. Most of the time, we don't even care what Jason Whitlock says. But the fact that he said what he said, yeah, we have to take a look at it. But anyway, if you're watching the game tonight, be safe. If you go somewhere, if you are not going anywhere and you plan to stay home, stay safe. Join me tomorrow evening around 6:30 for the pre-Valentine's Day stream. We will be talking about the Passport Bros. And we're going to have fun. So everyone, take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agitators of peace try to mess up your life.